Hi everyone. I wanted to take some time to make a few videos to talk about the specific styles of yoga that I'm teaching at the Racket Club of St. Petersburg. I want to start with Restorative because this is the class that's the most balancing for most of the population. And I'm going to focus here on athletes because most of my clients currently are athletes. The restorative style is a counter to what you're doing physically on the courts, such as running. And when you're running and jumping and shuffling back and forth and getting back into play, and you're doing this repeatedly for matches, for practice, for fun. Each time you're playing, you're compressing the body. Each time those feet hit the pavement, the spine collapses, the joints become closer, and everything simply tightens. And that's degrading. It's degrading the back. It's wear and tear on the knees, wear and tear on all the joints. The good news is you don't have to give up a sport you love. You simply need to counter what you're doing on the court through a yoga class specifically. Restorative, you can expect about 70% stretch, 30% strength. With the stretch, there's going to be longer hold times, and you're going to be focusing on breath and a specific part of the body as you're moving from one posture to another. You don't have to be good at stretching to attend a restorative class. The purpose of the restorative class is to free you from some of that pain and counter that physical activity that you're already getting. It should be hard. You should be able to feel a stretch. If you're super flexible already, it's probably not the best class for you. The strength portion, that 30% that's strength, that's meant to stabilize and strengthen the joints. So you're working those muscles, you're stretching those muscles around the joints, including around the spine, and you're working to reverse what's happening on the court that's compressing and often causing pain. So thinking you have to be good at stretching, no, that's not the purpose. In authentic yoga, it's using the practice that's going to serve you the most. And for athletes, it's typically restorative. Restorative can also counter that really busy mind. When you're in a restorative class, the focus is on the breath and the body. The mind is easily going to be distracted. It's going to dart hundreds of times initially, but then it'll start to lessen that. As you practice, a few times a week, whether in a group class or on your own, once you learn to practice that presence, that awareness, and focusing on the verbal instructions, what you're doing, those things are also going to help still that busy mind. So restorative is also balancing for those with high stress jobs, or high anxiety, overdoers. It's slowing things down. The mat is the training ground. Slowing those movements down helps you to train the brain as well. Also helps settling that busy mind so that when you're on the court playing, that stress on the brain, that anxiety of competing, that perfectionism that creeps in. A restorative class is also going to help balance all of that. I want you to remember specifically too, in yoga, there's no such thing as beginner or advanced. It's selecting the right practice for you on any given day. Even if you have pain in the body, restorative's good. We're going to work to locate the source of the pain. We're going to look to find the imbalance in range of motion. And once we've identified those, we're going to take small steps. It's not going to be all or nothing where we push through the pain to try to make that pain disappear and the body be normal in a week. Nothing that is significant can be accomplished that quickly. So it's got to be something that you're going to need to continue, whether with me, yourself, or elsewhere. But finding that way to restore prior to any athletics and after is going to be the best to keep you active in your sport and life for a long time.